What's up? What's going on? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? What's going on, my peeps? My peoples, we are in the building. Peep squad. Let's get down to the situation, y'all. Let's talk about basketball wives. OMG. Shawnee, you wrong for what you did. Shawnee done put these women on this show that have nothing to give. You know, other than Jackie. Jackie basically is facing a hot water. She's in the heat. They coming for her. I already told you guys that Brooke don't like Jackie. And Brooke is coming for Jackie's spot. Brooke is coming for Jackie. Brooke is coming for Jackie. And Brandy is right behind the situation. She's following, you know what I mean? So in any event, it just seems like when it comes down to the situation, that Brooke is basically there to take care of Jackie, and she's gonna be supported. And when it comes down to Malaysia got her beef. And her beef is with Brandy, none other than Brandy. Like Brandy having this hatred in her heart and being 1 minute she loves Malaysia, the next minute she hates Malaysia, the next minute she's getting the girls riled up against Malaysia, the next minute she's stopping Malaysia and all types of stuff. That hatred that you have in your heart and that jealousy and that envy, that is not of Christ, girl, okay? And when we talk about Brooke is saying, oh, Jackie this, Jackie that. Girl, you've been selling cotton candy since you've been on reality TV. So what are you talking about? And she got the holy oil help you cuss out your mama and not speak to your mother for over a year and change and disrespect your mama and everything. But you said that, you know, when you was going through something, your mother came and she prayed on you, but you cussed her out and talked to her like she ain't ish. Like, come on, where's the Christian behavior? And this is the first time that you've been married and you already divorced. Okay, girl, like, come on. All your kids are out of wedlock. Like it's just so much double standards that's going on that is just, you know, totally, you know, ridiculous. What's up, Miss T? How you doing? Yes, please like, comment, subscribe, share the video to be greatly appreciated. Malaysia definitely should have went on this trip. You already know she should have went on this trip. Malaysia got to stop being scared. Malaysia got to come out here and start swinging. And I'm saying I'm proud of Jackie because Jackie was swinging. We know that Jackie wasn't going to win any fight that she was possibly going to be in. But at least Jackie didn't back down. At least Jackie didn't cower. At least Jackie didn't run away. And Jackie is of a certain age. And she has a whole lot going on in her. She got a whole lot going on more than Malaysia got going on, okay? And She wasn't going to let them punk her. She wasn't going to let them basically make her feel like she's the enemy and disrespect her. She stood her ground. She stood 10 toes down, even though that, the vacation and the things that she, took them to, or whatever the case may be, she should have been honest with the situation, but she wasn't going to get punked by Brandy. Who's going to get, I know Brandy's big. I know she looked like a football player. She looks like a man in a wig and everything else like that. But Jackie did not back down from her point blank period. As big as she is, as she can, block you from shooting a hoop. Brandy could do all that stuff. Brandy's huge. She is big. She's a big mama. Okay, but Jackie told her straight up, and Jennifer needs to be told straight up too and down. And Jennifer's out here putting on this fugaziness, and Jennifer's out here going against Jackie. I never thought in a million years that I'll be talking good about Jackie, Lord. But in any event, when it comes to Jennifer fake ass, and we all know Jennifer's fake, but she's pretty, so she gets away with pretty being fake. But at the same time, like, the fakeness was just out here, Jennifer. Jennifer, you need to stop it. This is why you keep getting taken advantage of, and you need to make sure that the new guy that you date in Jelani is not one of Brooke's cotton candy customers. Okay, so let's get that straight. But in any event, when she was sitting out there talking, oh, I think Jackie's a Christian, can we Instacart some holy oil? Girl, you should have been having holy oil on you when you was out there with Tim. You should have had holy oil when you was out there, with the corn orders. Okay, and then on top of that, let's not even forget how real fake that Jennifer is. Jennifer's real fake because she went at the beginning of the season. Didn't she go get a psychic reading? Didn't somebody tell her about her dog, and her dog is in heaven, her dog is around the house, and tell her about her mama and tell her that she's gonna meet a guy? So she went with Jackie. It was Jackie and Angel. Jackie and Angel went to go see a psychic or somebody that reads this and that, and she was all in it. She was crying. She was loving it. But when she's sitting around Brandy and she's sitting around Brooke because she's scared that she's going to get swung on, she's basically downing Jackie and saying, and calling Jackie out and want Instacart to deliver holy oil. But yet you was in these spaces with Jackie getting advice, and it was all about you, and you was loving it and crying. And now all of a sudden you against Jackie. But she's against Jackie because Jackie doesn't have the tides. Okay, Jackie can win in a fight with Jennifer. All right, but Jennifer will fight Jackie, I think. Lord, I can't. Sweet brown sugar 504. I'm trying to be good with my words. British cried like she had no idea she was doing wrong, girl. She was out here crying fresh out of jail, out on bail, and she came to film Basketbal Wife has hit a new low. Okay, but it's all right. It is what it is. But we don't want to see you, British. I don't want to see you because every time I see you, you remind me that I need to pay my taxes. Okay. Not. Yep, she cried. She was in there crying, girl. She was crying. Smith Jackie was not scared of Brooke. I was like, thank you, Jesus. Because Malaysia, you done disappointed a sister. Malaysia, you done let the little, big feet, neck bone, thighs, chitlin ass, run you off and run away from her. Like, who is British? British is a crook. You know what I mean? No matter what you going through, you suffering, you can't get money from your baby daddy, but you ain't out here doing this and out here doing that. And, when it comes to British, like, I ain't trying to even bash British or nothing like that, because there's so many people of different races that commit worse crimes when it comes to stealing money and taking money and all types of different things of that nature. And they don't even do no time behind bars. They just have good representation. But in any event, British out here worrying about Malaysia and want to pop off with Malaysia. What about, they talk about all this Christianity, but British wasn't coming for Jackie. British is really supposed to be Jackie's friend. So we're going to see, because British is going to be put to the test, because now her friends are beefing or feeling a certain type of way about Jackie, and they trying to run Jackie off, and they trying to make Jackie feel a certain type of way, and they trying to take over, the show. But you can't take over the show because nobody's going to watch if we don't have a headliner, and we're barely watching now because we got Jackie in Malaysia, and we got Malaysia out here playing scared. We got Malaysia Malaysia out here running scared. We got Malaysia out here that can't, have a conversation and can't read and can't talk to these girls like, you are my children. You want to be me and you want the position that I want, but she's basically acting scared like she's too dis. I'm talking all types of mess. Girl, if you guys only heard what I just said. if you only heard what I if you only heard what I just said, I don't even know why the mic went out. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's the heat or what. Jennifer is scared of Brooke. Jennifer's scared, but Jennifer and Brooke, they have a lot in common. They had the same bathing suits on. They like the fancy lifestyle. They like this and that. How can these women be Christians when they worship materialistic things? You know what I mean? They idolize materialistic things. For them to come after Jackie like that, they just wanted a reason to come after Jackie because Jackie didn't give no reason at first to come after her, but now she planned this trip. Oh no, I'm gonna take it over. I wish you would take over my trip, Brooke. What you gonna take over? And then Brooke basically calling the hotels up, talking about, we gonna get rooms for each and every one of you. Like she paid for them, okay? Like she paid for them. So can you hear me now? What's up? What's up? I was talking all types of mess. I don't even know how my mic went out. What's up, Raheem Charles? How you doing? What's going on? Trayvon, what's going on? LSW, what's going on? Miss T, how y'all doing? What's going on? LaMonica Smith, what's going on? Forever, she was over it. LaMonica Smith, what did you say? Brooke was doing too much, thinking she's going to take over someone's trip. Jackie got her all the way together. Yes, and they know that she was wrong for that. And Duffy didn't really say much. Duffy was kind of like feeling like damn. And this moment I liked Duffy, but I didn't like Duffy when she had her trip and she was dissing the sisters And then, she invited them, then disinvited them, and didn't want them to speak about it. But they was an easy target because they didn't really have protection, because Malaysia and Jackie didn't have their back. But Malaysia and Jackie should have realized they should have had their back because the rest of the team was coming for them. Like, come on. Like, Malaysia should have put two to two together. Like, Jackie, I'm going to need you to stand 10 toes down. We're going to have to be ride or die on this situation. But that didn't happen. So, Brooke is always doing too much. She's doing too much. The cotton candy girl doing too much. She's so beautiful, but she be just doing too much. I mean, facts, fake fighting with production. There, get hype. She didn't buy none of the rooms or none of that. She don't got it like that. Like, let's be real, that she's just gonna buy hotel rooms unless she's getting reimbursed, because she gonna miss that money. She got two children that's in their 20s. They still need help. But this time Duffy was with Jackie, not Brooke. Yeah, this time, and she was feeling a certain type of way. So I did like that. I did like that part. But we're going to see what British is going to do, because British is supposed to be Jackie's friend. They known each other for a long time. And so we're going to see how she's going to maneuver her way around this situation, because her girl Brooke and Brandy's feeling a certain type of way about Jackie, and they're trying to bring God in the situation. And then you got, what's her name? Brandy. I was like, I couldn't believe Brandy was saying all this shit, y'all. Excuse me. Brandy was out here like, I don't believe in witchcraft. I don't believe in voodoo. I don't believe in evil spirits, but she believes in effing a dirty D. You know what I mean? Dirty D all day. Dirty D up in her every day, 7 days a week. And if his D is not working, that's the only way that he's faithful to her. Do you think that man that cheated on her with 152 women, 148 women, how many ever, 100 plus 40 and more, he all of a sudden stop and he's all charismatic and he's all in love with her vagina? No. Only way he not cheating on her if he can't get it up no more. When you use yourself up and out like that, sometimes it just don't work no more unless you pop a pill. You know what I mean? Like, like, God didn't ask you to be no goddamn fool, and you've been a fool for years. You've been a fool for years. But you know what? God bless you, girl. But you're doing too much. You're doing too much. And you're ignorant. And you're ignorant. The way that you talk to them ladies for no reason is ignorant. Just because you don't like somebody's religion or what they do doesn't mean that you disrespect them and try to get people to follow you. She tried to get British to come with her like she had that power and that control over British. Like, come here. No. Let's get out of here, girl. You look like a witch with that long ass black jacket on and them comeback boots. What are you talking about? And that crazy makeup you had on in the hot sun. Like these, like they're like the show's trash. It's trash. But Jackie messed up. Jackie does this is what Jackie does, but these group of girls was going to find a reason why not to like Jackie. And this desert place or whatever, it seems cute and nice, but I wouldn't want to stay there either. I don't believe they sanitize and clean the place. And he's trying to tell the people to do mushrooms and drugs. I don't know if that's part of the act, because there's certain hotels and there's certain places that I've been where you stay and they put on a theatric show for you, or whatever, the hotel stands for. They try to, show you that, if it took place back in this time, that time, or whenever it was popping, and this particular time when you go to the hotel, they have all these, and people are in character. So I don't know if the guy was in character or the guy was just, or this was just some crazy ish. But in any event, the ladies did not want to stay there. Would have it been fun to see them be miserable, to see them talk crap, to see them just be like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm here. I can't believe I'm doing this. And then also, snap at the guy, snap at his wife, and say different things and have these conversations. But like, this is, it would have been nice to see that. But, they had to bring us to, some suit. That would have been nice to see. But I wouldn't want to stay where, Jackie, Jackie brought them. That guy was talking about we do drugs, we do mushroom. Brandy and Duffy only brought baby bang vacation. Yes, you already know. They be thinking that Jackie should have never showed up at. I don't even. Trayvon, what are you saying? Jackie. They demon and they mad dog eat Jackie. I don't know. Okay, I don't even know what you're saying, but you killed me on that one. I'm dead to the gourds. Right here, Charles. Why are you laughing? Are you laughing at that comment? Like, what's going on? Malaysia walked away from British, but Jackie stood up to Brooke, and she got tired of Brooke complaining, and she got tired of them trying to be on her, try to make her the bad person. And so this is why I say Jackie staying 10 toes down. Thank you, LSW. I appreciate that. LSW. What's up, Norris? Tony, how you doing? I don't know. I don't know where you went. Like, I don't know. I thought I was reading Harry Potter when I was reading your comment, Trayvon. Jackie is not like the other ladies. Yes. Yes. Hey, what's up, Lakeisha? He said, "Oh, okay, okay." I so in any event, so we get Jackie. She comes here. She's with this dude or whatever. You know, he got the yellow stains. He got the yellow teeth. You know what I'm saying? You know, he don't brush his teeth in the morning. I wish I would eat your food in your house, baby. I wish I would eat in that kitchen. I wish I would. But when we order from places and they have all these stars, we don't know until you go up in there. You know what I mean? So you take a risk. So it's just so much better to cook at home. But in any event, Jackie shouldn't have lied to the ladies. You know, they probably wouldn't have come. Then so what? They didn't come. Who cares? You know, so they would have came because they needed the film. But in any event, so now they got a reason to hate Jackie. They didn't have no reason to hate Jackie. Jackie was cool, but I could tell you that I didn't feel that when it came to Brandy, when it came to Brooke, and also Duffy. You know, Duffy was back and forth because Duffy kind of likes Malaysia and Duffy kind of likes Jackie. So, and she kind of had a relationship with them too as well. But in any event, because, you know, Jackie was never really that bad to Duffy. And then when Malaysia told Duffy her side of the story about, you know, her and Brandy, she was shocked by it. But in any event, so Jackie takes these people to the desert. Okay. And so it's I guess it's cold out there. They're just like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm here. You know, acting like, you know, they've been born billionaires. They act like they're related to Elon Musk. You know what I mean? You know, just ghetto motherfuckers, you know, going somewhere and acting like they too good. Okay. If anybody can act like they're too good, the person that's been a millionaire and been, you know, swimming in millions for years is Jennifer. So if she acts up, that's one thing. You know what I mean? When it comes to Brandy, Brandy had a back and forth, but she had to split that money between all the, you know, jump offs her husband was sleeping with because he was paying him. He wasn't just getting free punani, okay? So a lot of money that he was having was going to his activities that he was doing out here in these streets. And then she's still with him. Hallelujah. Okay. She let that crusty, rusty, dusty, used up get in there. And then she talk about having another baby with him. Girl, leave me alone. You know, at night it can be cold. At night it definitely can be cold in the desert. You can freeze to death in the desert too. Jennifer has a bad back. Yeah, Jennifer's a liar. You know, Jennifer's just such a liar. And so I was talking mad mess about, you know, before my mic was off. So, you know, maybe I remember what I was talking about. But in any event, calling Jennifer a hypocrite. And so we'll get to that. And so this is what it looks like. Jennifer was like, oh my God, I do not want to stay in a trailer park. I was like, Jennifer, you shouldn't say that. She was like, is this a trailer park? You know, Jennifer don't know food stamps. She ain't never seen a roach. You know, she ain't never seen no mice. And she was like, a trailer park. I don't know what it's called. Is it a trailer park? I can't stand her. Can't stand her two-faced ass. But we're going to get to her being two-faced. I don't know if you guys heard me on the mic, but when it came to Jennifer, and the reason, when I get to that clip, I'll just talk about it. And so now we have, what's her name, Miss Cotton Candy out here, that's basically talking about, oh, she's asking questions. Brooke is out here asking questions. She was like, so what's going on in here? Is there any swinging? Because the guy kept talking about drugs. And so she was like, so what happens? And he was like, yeah, everybody does this over here. And I don't know if that's actually true, if that's part of the theatrics that they do at certain places and things like that. And he could have been true. Maybe he was telling the truth. And then since Jackie is such a freak and whatever, so they probably think that she comes to this place to, get freaky. But Jackie was supposed to be discovering a role that she's playing, and she's doing a wicked, role. And so they're not feeling that. They're looking, and it seems like if you look at Duffy, there's some clips that I did take of Duffy. She seems like she was kind of excited about the situation. Like she didn't have a problem with it, but she's seeing everybody else hating. So she just stayed quiet and didn't say anything about the situation. And so, when it comes to Brooke is feeling a certain type of way. And she was like, oh my God, they do this. I don't believe they clean. I don't believe they clean in there either. Jennifer's like, I gotta go. I love her sunglasses that she got on right now. I gotta go. I can't, Jennifer's like, oh my God, I only stay at 5-star places, 4-star places, blah, blah, blah. She's just having a whole, fit and everything. And you know what? Maybe she needs to work on that. And if she works on, just being so pampered and being so spoiled, maybe she will find somebody, that would truly love her. But the attitude that she has and how she was raised and how she developed this, persona, and she does have money, but at the same time, it doesn't seem like she has humanity, that, she understands life. And this is why she keeps getting taken advantage of, because she's loose as a goose in the head. And so, yeah, this place, it looks kind of weird, but this is actually a hotel spot. They actually make money. People actually book them, but wasn't the event for these girls. But it would have been so wonderful if they would have just stayed. We would have seen the service, the food. Jackie's talking about there's rodents that run at night, and she was talking about there's rats, there's all types of animals. They ain't gonna stay there. I ain't gonna stay there just because of the animals, unless I'm packing. If I ain't packing, I ain't staying. Okay, that's just how it is. What's up, Happy Days? How you doing? What's going on? Look at Miss T. That can't look gross. Jennifer neck was so funny when she was at the pool. It was fat. I know. I'm gonna show you that picture too. I did see it. Okay, let me see. Lakeisha, Brandy, and Brooke should invite all the women there. That would have, the camp place did look gross though. You know what I mean? Like, but it would have been exciting to see, these ladies do that. We seen them stay in fancy places and fancy hotels, but somewhere different. And then the host seemed like he was weird. He was hoping that the ladies was down to earth, baby. Duffy, is Duffy that much like British? Not really. They fancy base, very fancy base, girl. Very fancy base. Oh, hell no. Happy Days, you ain't staying here. She was like, yo, there's animals running through the night. I was like, girl, why you tell her all that? She should have gave him the heads up. She should have gave him the heads up because, she's different with she's working with a whole different new crew of girls that don't mess with Malaysia, and she's tight with Malaysia. And Malaysia and Jackie are what the headliners of the show. because they're the OGs that been on the show that the longest, and the rest of them haven't been. You know what I mean? So she should have gave them a heads up because they wasn't gonna like her surprise. But Jackie never gives people a heads up. She just goes and does whatever, and so it backfired. I believe that Jackie knew it was gonna backfire, but Jackie's a good actress, and she's crying the next episode like, "Oh my God, I tore up the restaurant," and she's just like, going berserk and feeling so bad talking Malaysia. And Malaysia, I'm just gonna need you to step up, girl. Like, this is you. This is you. If they ain't paying you right, I understand why you ain't stepping up. But if you getting paid that good money, baby, and these girls are trying to take your good money, you need to step in and let them know that you ain't scared and you ready to swing. If you jump me, maybe they get kicked off the show and boom, we bring a bunch of new women on the show. But the way they trying to come for your bag, girl, ain't cool. They coming for your bag like it's just, they could have catch an STD at that. Lord. Well, I don't see, that's the thing. I gotta look up the campground. I would have looked it up before I went live just to see if that's really true, that they have orgies. And it was like, oh my God, it's a black cat. It's evil. Black cats are actually good luck. We've been told for years that black cats are bad luck, but and mythology and different books, they're saying that it's the opposites when it comes to black cats, but they are just totally freaked out. They saw the cat, they ate the food. I wouldn't have ate the food there. I wouldn't have ate there. Only way I would have ate the food if I would have seen what kitchen it was being cooked in. And they're upset. They are really pissed. Jennifer is so mad. Jennifer don't want to be there. And also Brooke is just so disgusted. Brandy's trying to keep a good face on, but she's telling Jackie that we need to go. And then we have Brooke, she's talking to her husband, her ex-husband, because right after the show, finish, filming, they end up getting a divorce, and he's basically saying he don't want to have a baby with her. Okay, he don't want to give her no extra ducats and no extra money or child support or whatever the case may be, or excuse me, it could have just been for a storyline and they was both in on it. But if he wanted to be a part of the storyline, he would have been on the show more, and he wasn't. So this whole time that Brooke is acting about it, and Brooke is basically acting like she's that bomb. I'm gonna have a nanny, I'm gonna have this and that. Girl, your husband was out the door. You probably wasn't even sleeping with him. So they be putting on faces and the Ian for thing in front, and oh, I'm gonna have a nanny. I'm not gonna be home. I'm gonna have a nanny to do this. I'm gonna have a nanny to do that. Man don't even want a baby with you. Okay, girl. Like, and she probably didn't want a baby either because she didn't want to mess up her surgery. And, it was just for filming. But in any event, coming for the girl, she's trying to keep her job. And so Brooke, she said it plenty of times on Instagram that she's trying to keep her job. And she basically says that she was trying to help the sisters out. So now she claims that she was trying to help the sisters out. Basically, they were supposed to take how she treated them and ran with it and basically made a storyline off that. And they go back and forth and blah, blah, blah. She's full of it. She's full of it. Mm-hmm. You got 2 kids, and how many and how many gentlemen callers have you had? And she's out here putting holy oil on, cussing out her mama and everything, having her mom pray on her, but cussing out her mama. I like, girl, please. Like, they want to claim Christianity when the time is right, only on TV, because they're out here doing everything under the sun, baby. So, Brooke asked the cook, how is this prepared? Blah, blah, blah. They had some shrimp. So, I got some shrimp. So I wouldn't have ate shit from there. I'm sorry. But the girls didn't get sick. Jackie basically tries to talk to Brandy to get Brandy to kind of like maybe smooth the things over with the girls and like, this is important to me and blah, blah, blah. And Brandy's not really hearing it and she's not feeling it and she wants to be out there. They just acting like, they ain't got one with Mother Nature. And so we got, Brooke, she's out here. She done called another hotel, y'all. Brooke getting the holy old girl by, do you think Malaysia would have defended her if she wasn't beefing with the other girls? I don't think Malaysia would have did anything because Malaysia's so scared this season. So Malaysia wouldn't have said anything. Malaysia would have kept her mouth closed, even though she thought it was wrong, because she kept her mouth closed when it came to the sisters. And then she tried to tell the sisters to kiss, the rest of the girls' asses and ignore them. And the sisters couldn't do that because they was coming at them. Brooke was what, trying to fight the sisters. She threw something at them. She had her hands up and running towards the sisters. Is that Christianity? Is that Kristen? Why is she putting on her holy oil? These mother effing hypocrites on here trying to call on God right now because they need it for a storyline and try to dismiss somebody else, but they out here acting like heathens and everything on national TV. Not only are you being a heathen and being just straight out disrespectful, you're not showing that you this classy, woman that's, got her things together. You're trying to fight another woman. You're trying to fight these young girls, which you could be talking to. They're probably around your daughter age, but you trying to talk about, oh, you just mad because you ain't a part of the team. Because Nia or Nora said that this ain't high school. This is like high school. This is like a clique. And then what did Miss Brooke jump in and say? Oh, you just mad because you're not a part of the clique. Like, come on. Stop using Jesus for your storyline. Stop using Jesus, girl. Stop it, because you threw liquor on them girls ready to fight them for no reason at all, only because they was calling out the behaviors that they seen that was going on, because they was ostracized and they were being attacked, and it was basically saying it's like high school, and you tried to run up on them and fight them. Somebody said you slip and fell or whatever, but the girls picked up something. So is that Christian behavior? Is that God like stop playing these games, cotton candy? Stop it. Like, they playing too many games. VG says, I love you, Jackie. Yeah, everything with Brooke was a storyline to, like, yes, facts. Oh yeah, Brandy can adopt. There's a lot of kids that need a home, baby. There's a lot of kids that need a home. I know. Happy days. Whack ass click. I'm telling you, they're so whack. It's just like, damn. Not liking Brooke and Brandy. I'm telling you, express. It's just like, you don't want, you want to just be like, call one of the witches Jackie. Call one of them witches Jackie. So, so we got Brooke Bailey. She's on the phone. You would think the richest girl on the show would be making. Jennifer would have stayed there. She wouldn't have paid for nobody else's room. So, I don't know. I think production paid for these girls' room. And so we got Brooke talking about, you know what, make the plans. We're going to get hotel rooms, suites for each and every one of these girls. And Jennifer just sitting there looking like, okay. And Jennifer knows she got more money than all these girls. Okay. She probably got more money than Jackie. I think she does. But in any event, you know what I mean? Like, what's going on? And so Brooke is calling the shots like she's the OG of the show, like she's Basketbal Wives, like we seen you, like we know that you've been around. We don't even know what you do for a living, girl. All we see is hate and jealousy and being a hypocrite on this show. You fighting, you cussing, you disrespectful, you're rude, you're ignorant, and everything else. And you calling on Jesus tonight? Like, miss me with that. But Jackie should have known better. Jackie should have known better that she was on a thin ice with the ladies. But I don't know why Jackie didn't know that she knew. And she's talking to Brandy. Look at all this goddamn hair this girl got in the goddamn, forest or the desert. All this heavy ass hair and this heavy ass makeup and this heavy ass lipstick. Bitch, you look like a witch today. Like, what's going on? Like where we at? Like, why do you have all this heaviness going on? Okay. Like, this is just way too much. So, they move out. Jackie's not too thrilled about the hotel. Jackie's feeling a certain type of way, like this is average. This ain't nothing big. And Jackie has the nerve to look at her phone and say, well, the place I booked for us was a 4-star. Mm-mm-mm. Jackie, nobody was gonna stay in that place. Not where all this stuff flying around, like, where's the Lysol, where's the hand sanitizer, where's the vacuum cleaner, where's the maid, where's the people that dust and clean, and does it smell fresh? Does it smell so clean up in here? Jackie, they wasn't gonna stay there. Jackie, you're adventurous. Jackie, you didn't let the money take over you. You still have a sense of humor, but at the same time, these girls, or they got an image that they're trying to perpetrate on TV, that they don't know hard times and anything like that. Okay, so you got that situation. It's production, and Jennifer ain't like that much. I know. Jackie was acting. That's what I'm saying. Malaysia come through. Jackie and Malaysia back to back. Then you had Nora and Naya come through. I mean, like, we all-star 4-star rats. When she said that they had rats and wild animals coming through. Oh no, it's a wrap. It's a wrap even before, because did they spray that area? Because I don't want no bugs on me, but I know it gets very cold because they got cactuses out there, and a cactus has a lot of healing abilities for a lot of different things, especially if you can get a fresh cactus cut right there in the desert and you eat that. Any illness, let me tell you, all this heaven is, they're on Jesus every day, and these girls are out here doing the most. And Duffy, at least I'm so glad Duffy wasn't claiming none of that. Duffy's living, a life. I'm wed, having babies, playing house. Oh, you can say when it comes to Brandy's probably the only one that can claim the Jesus robe, that how this is not right. But her behavior of not being forgiving, she's not forgiving of Malaysia. She doesn't have compassion for Malaysia. And then on top of that, she has anger, she has jealousy, she has envy, and also she's ready to disrespect her, call her names, call her a liar, and just have so much built up emotions against this one woman. How is that of God? Okay, but she's the closest one that can claim God, and compared to the rest of them, you know somebody Google the campground to see if it's 4-star. I was going to do that. None of these ladies can claim the Jesus role. That's what they're trying to do, and it's a sad thing. And so they're trying to have the conversation. And Jackie's basically talking about, how things, like how she's feeling with Doug and how she's feeling with, things changing. She's like, okay, I guess it was a bad idea. I think Jackie's actually comfortable in this suit that homegirl put together for her, okay? That Brooke put together. Brooke is like, yes, this is my trip. Look what I did. You here, you there. You guys are staying in a nice place. I did it. Like, if she spends her dollars on them, baby, we need you to spend some more money, Brooke. Come over, come through. Everybody in the chat needs some dollars, okay? If you sitting here buying these rich girls hotel rooms, and then on top of that, you got a whole production company and a producing company, VH1 and True Original, whoever produces this goddamn show, and Shawnee and her rich ass and her rich ex-husband, her rich husband now, and you paying for rooms, and you got corn braids in your hair, girl, fall back all day, okay? So we just gonna say production and the producers pay for it because you look crazy, all right? But if you willing to give out jesters in the name of God, look us up in the chat room. Look us up on Mary Jane TV Creation and hook up my people with some suits. Like, come on, like, stop playing these games. And so we got Jennifer with her bad back. She's talking to Jelani. I just hope Jelani's not on the other side. I just got a feeling they're going to say Jelani's bisexual or some shit like that. It's not wrong with being bisexual, but I don't think Jennifer wants to date a bisexual man. Okay? I don't think she does, and I definitely don't want to either. Okay, I can't compete where I don't compare, because you have a long stick, I have an inner. Okay, but in any event, with this situation, Jennifer, you better make sure that you need to find out how he knows Brooke. Okay, you need to find out how he knows Brooke. But Jennifer is having a good time this season. She ain't got no beef. She ain't got no problems. Nobody's coming for her and everything. So now the ladies are having breakfast and everything. This is a, nice hotel and all the stuff. They got Sereno wrap or rental wrap all over, their food or whatever. And basically it's supposed to be like, some type of stars. I don't know. It's just some regular shit. And so in any event, Brooke is feeling a certain type of way. Jackie was like, you know what, this is a good idea. I do like this. I do like that. Mike kind of like saying my apologies. And Brooke is still acting like, oh, I'm the head BIC in charge. Look what I did. Look what I have for the ladies. We didn't wake up in this place, blah, blah, blah. And feeling a whole certain type of way like, okay, I'm better than Jackie. Okay, that's how she's feeling in this time and point. And then we got the convict. I'm locked up. They won't let me out. British, she comes through. British comes through the door, baby. British come through. She got the sunglasses on. She got the corn. She got the braids in her hair. You know what I mean? She's like steadied off in this. She looked like she was in steadied off. Jennifer got the sunglasses on too. They sitting in the hotel with the sunglasses on. Dim the shades. I would be thinking that y'all are getting high. But in any event, with the whole situation going on, Jackie and British has a relationship. So, British, she comes through. British is just crying. British don't know what to do. British is just like, yo, I've been indicted, baby. I've been indicted. They coming for your girl. She was like, they visited me a few years ago, and I explained this whole story because they came to her like 5 years ago about the IRS, came to her trying to get information. That from then they let it go. Then all of a sudden, it just got worse, and they came for her. And so in any event, British is back in the building. And British showed up and it was like, she was like, I don't know where else to be. Where else would you be, girl? You need that money. You need that paycheck. You might be facing some time. So therefore, I know if there was anywhere else that she could be, she will not want to be there. If she can collect the money and not be there, she would have been happy. But in order for her to get her money and get her ducats, she had to show up to film. And then basically she lets us know, she tells Jackie, listen, don't you ever bring up Lorenzo's name, because Lorenzo, she was like, I blocked Lorenzo. So Lorenzo tried to call her, but he was blocked. And so therefore he called her mother and basically said, I'm going to get my daughter. I'm going to get full custody of her, blah, blah. And the third, and basically he's coming for her. And she said she don't ever want to speak to him. She don't ever want to see him again. Blah blah blah. Like all that's bull crap. They've been done slept together. They plan to film this show together. And you guys remember when British and Lorenzo was on Instagram dissing each other all day long, and then there was like whispering, is British going to be back on Basketbal Wives, because her and Lorenzo was on Instagram going viral for craziness. I mean, they down for each other. So in any event, she said she don't want to hear about Lorenzo. She's telling Jackie not to bring him up because he didn't support her. And then British is saying that she was locked up for 24 hours. And then she had to leave one prison or one jail cell to go to a whole nother building. And that took like 15 minutes. And she saw like a sign of her father, and the sign that she saw of her father, like she saw him, I don't know how she said she saw him in the sunlight. The cop was wearing a dad bracelet. She seen a car that looked like her father's car, and so she knew that her father was there. He was with her, and so he helped her through, and she knew blah blah blah. So she's so she was there on that situation. What you guys saying? I know. I don't think so either, Miss T. Brooke braids are tight. I blame the braids. I know. Yes, please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. What's up, Pamela? How you doing? Jennifer is not having no beef. like with Evelyn. She's not having no beef at all, but people do have problems with her. But this season, she doesn't have these problems with people, because the problem is really with Jackie. And hey DD, good night. It's with Malaysia. Jennifer been jumping on everyone's side here lately. Yes, she's been all over the place. Mary Jane, did you see British bracelet? I didn't see it. You seen it? I didn't see her bracelet. British ran to security, secure the check. Oh yes, yes. I didn't see her bracelet yet. I rate this a 6. I rated a 1. So Jennifer had a good season this year. They didn't come for Jen yet. Yeah, she had the best season ever. Batty South, what time? And it's gonna be on. I'm gonna do that tomorrow. I'm gonna put the time out when I up. I already watched it, and I'm kind of pissed, Trayvon, with baddies right now because they did a whole. They gave us a lot of filter, but in any event, it was some nasty things being discussed. And so the question is, when it comes to baddies, who had the dirty panties? Was it Chris Sean Rock or was it Slim? And if you ask me, I'm going to say Slim had the dirty panties. Jennifer has no backbone, no loyalty to nobody. Girl, she just trying not to swing or get beat up. Did you think Malaysia is going to be on the last episode? I don't know. Like she's kind of like fed up, and we're like almost done with Basketball Wives. Do Malaysia still get paid because she is I don't if she's not on the show, I don't think she's getting paid. Even Nene wasn't. If you're not filming and you're not on these episodes, you think it was Rock? You think Rock had the dirty underwears? No, it wasn't Rock. Rock said she don't wear underwears. You think she had the dirty underwears, Lord? You think it was Rock, Trayvon? Oh God. I just thought it was Slim that had the dirty underwears, Lord. And Natalie's so fake. She's so scared of a real fight. It's sad. Brandy is messy too. She been playing two sides. Yeah, she's messy. She don't know if she loves Malaysia, and the next minute she don't know if she hates Malaysia. And then I saw the bracelet. I think Malaysia will be on next week's episode. I hope she is. I just know Malaysia talked to Jackie on the phone. Let's go to the restaurant part. So, I don't know if so we have that whole crying. So British is crying and she's been indicted. She's fresh out of jail and she wants to be there with the ladies. So she's been indicted. She got several, felony charges, basically, when it comes to fraud, identity theft, and things of that nature. So, she's going through it, baby. And so we move on to this part where Jackie's bringing the ladies to go see the witches, y'all. She's bringing them to go see the witches. And so when they go see the witches. This is a whole. So the witches are sitting there. The witches got dreads. The other one got some nice little hairstyle. So we got the witches. So why? If you are a child of God, and if you are a Christian, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. And if you are really a Bible toting mother sucker, you can sit down and you can dispute what they say, and you can know that you'll be protected, and you can know that your faith and your strength and your power through God, no enemy shall ever break that or cast that or ever be able to come after you, because God is going to protect you. When you are a deep believer and you read the Bible, you wouldn't have been scared of these witches, as when you know that you are not, and you in fear of. Why would you be in fear of people? Because God said, don't fear no man but God. Okay, so why are you fearing these ladies? Okay, because you're not a true Christian. A true Christian wouldn't be scared. They wouldn't be like, oh, I'm talking about the Christians that I grew up with. I'm talking about the mothers in the church that I grew up with. The mothers that had the Bible thrown everywhere. The ones that want to baptize you and drown you while they baptizing you. Okay, I'm talking about the mothers that told you, you better not walk up in this church with no pants on. I don't give a damn what time of year or what is popular. I'm talking about the mothers that went out there and stood in the middle of the street and stopped their sons or their nephews or a neighbor's son, you know, meeting God. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So in any event, when you are not a full Christian, you are scared, and you don't supposed to have no fear. And so in any event, so we have this situation, and Brandy, she's wiling out. She was like, "Oh my God, Jack, I can't believe you brought us here. Oh my goodness, I should have listened to Brooke. I should have listened to her." And when it comes to British didn't want to really choose sides, and British wanted to hear whatever the ladies had to say to her and things of that nature. But Brandy is basically, she's walking away with her heavy coat on, her combat boots on, talking about it's the devil, it's evil, blase and a third. Like, baby, you done beat cancer. Why are you scared of witches? Like, I don't understand your mathematics, girl. So anything, she's running away. She's running to the car. Look at these combat boots. She looked like more of a witch than anybody. She looked like she got on the witch boots. You know, remember when you used to color in the lines of a witch for Halloween when you were in school? She got on the witch boots, the witch jacket, the witch hair, and she's walking away. And then she tried to bring British word. Come on, British. She done grabbed British and said, "You don't need to be here." You know, British is a grown woman. She done got a baby. She done just got out of bail, fresh out of jail. She's been indicted. She don't need you to grab her and tell her anything. You couldn't tell your husband shit when he was cheating on you. So how you think you're going to tell the next person what to do, when to do it, and how to do it, because you feel a certain type of way, because you not feeling it, because you don't believe in God like you should believe in God. Because if anything, you should know that they can't mess with you. They can't do nothing to you, because you are protected under God. You're protected with the Bible. You're protected with the blood of Jesus. He split the sea. And baby, she started running, you know. And so the witches is like, yo, listen, the witches is like, she watched too many Disney movies. But the witches also told Jackie that she was gonna be Holly Berry and she was gonna have a good career. But they let British know that, she's going to go through some things, baby. She's gonna go through some things. And they made a pendulum and things of that nature. And British is gonna go through some things. And Duffy, I don't they probably ask more questions and things of that nature, because I would think that the questions that they showed us was bullshit questions. I would have been asking all types of different questions, you know what I mean, or whatever the case may be, just to see what the hell they gonna say. But to be fair, I don't fear them. I fear the electric company. I fear the gas company. I just got a letter telling me that my light bill is gonna be just like my gas bill in the wintertime, because you know they're raising up the electricity prices. That's just gonna be like, if you ain't even really using your electricity, you gonna pay like you paying in the summertime when you using your central air, or you're using your air conditioner. I'm afraid of that. I'm afraid to be stopped by the police. I'm afraid to be robbed. I'm afraid that I'm not really afraid, but I'm just saying, like, I would be afraid of more of that than these two ladies, in my opinion. You got these high stake robberies going on and things of that nature, and all over the place, all over the United States, all types of robberies that we are seeing. And this girl is acting crazy like this. Like, give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. Like, Lord. And so we got Brooke right now. She's in her Dior, and Jennifer's in her Dior. They're by the pool, and basically they balling. They thinking they giving us a show. No, y'all are whack. Wiggity wiggity whack. Oh, so they think they're giving us a show. They think they're bossing up. Oh my God, the fans are gonna love this. No, it looks trifling, and your hotel looks weak. Okay, like, let's just not play these games. So the witches are giving Duffy and giving Jackie good information for them, or whatever the hell they want. They gave Jackie the best information. They told Jackie she was gonna be Holly Berry. That's what the pendulum told her. So it could happen. What y'all think? So is the auto out? Okay, I'm thinking my order's out or something. Movie investigation ladies overrated. Yes, 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 that's a good one. A lightweight horror movie investigation. These ladies over, I mean, because they don't have a storyline. You got, only person that really has a storyline and was trying to give us a storyline is Brooke. Oh, we can hear you. Okay, I thought my order went out again. Brooke dragged her voice like a irritating valley girl. Yes, I was thinking the same thing. Why does she sound like that? Yeah, yeah, you know. And then it sounds like a dude at the same time. It sounds like a valley girl, Monica. It sounds like, okay, thank you, Happy Days. I appreciate that. And so we got the witches, letting them know their fortunes. Okay. And so, all right. So why is not anybody upset at Brooke, lighting sage? You know, I don't think the Bible tells you to light sage. So she's lighting sage. So that's a part of spirituality, that I think different from the Bible, because I don't remember none of my ancestors lighting sage and shit like that. You know, Sage has became very popular on reality TV. So now you got Brooke lighting Sage. So what's up with that? What's up with this fakeness? And then, what's up with the fakeness with the Sage being lit? When they say, Sage is supposed to get rid of evil spirits. Okay? And then on top of that, if you're trying to get rid of evil spirits with sage, you also have to put something else down or burn something else so the evil spirits can go. And then whatever else you put down should, manifest that. So sage has been lit on TV all the time. So she's lighting sage, but she's against God. And Brandy's there while she's lighting sage. Right? She was lighting sage, right? Somebody was lighting sage, unless it's a different goddamn show. Them braids are too tight. Brooke and her fake oil. They went right to the Dollar Tree and got some olive oil. Yeah, it feels like 2005 without the sparkles, without the pom poms, without just the realness. Like, it's just like the reason why they beefing and complaining, it's just really trash. You know. Okay, thank you, Monica. Okay, she was lighting sage. I be watching so much TV. Sometimes I get it confused. So yeah, she was lighting sage. So that's what I'm saying. They're like, this is bull crap. She was lighting sage. So I don't know if sage is in the Bible. They think drama is going to make the season, but it's not good drama. That's the thing, Miss T. They need better. Like, if it's real drama, like if you really have a reason, like Brandon, we gonna need you to really come at Malaysia and how you feel, and then we gonna need y'all to stay with y'all really feel and basically have a conversation, and then chill out, have a good time, and then when something pop off, then that's when the drama begins, or someone says something about somebody that you didn't appreciate, blah blah blah. And so, we got there with the Angel situation with that girl, but that was a setup, so they, and they giving us to us at the end of the season. Like, there should have been a whole turnout with that whole situation. Malaysia should have been more vocal, but we're not getting none of that. So the ladies done got together, girl. So we got Jennifer talking about Insta Court. We got her talking about, oh, Jackie this, Jackie that. I think Jackie's a Christian. Then we got Brooke saying that she always asks me to pay over food. But let me tell you, these three ladies look beautiful to death. Brandy looks beautiful. Jennifer looks beautiful. Is this what you're talking about? Look at Jennifer's neck. I know. I don't know what's going on with her neck, y'all. I don't know what's going on with her neck. But, I don't know what's happening over there. She's aging. And then, or, the mechanics of the doctors. And then we have, Brooke. They all look beautiful. Brooke, I think Brooke has the best legs. I think her legs are really, really pretty. compared to the other ladies. But in any event, they all got beautiful legs. So, we got Jennifer talking all this mess about Jackie and basically saying let's Instacart some holy oil. But I think my mic went off when I said this earlier, or if it didn't, let me know. When Jennifer and Angel went to go see somebody that was able to read their chords, and that somebody was talking to Jennifer. Jennifer wanted to know about her mother, how her mother's doing in the afterlife, and she wanted to know how her dog was doing, and she cried. Angel cried about her baby daddy that took his life. Jackie took Jennifer and Angel to go see some, Caucasian woman, and Jennifer was thrilled. So now why is Jennifer talking about Instacart when she was with Jackie, when she brought her to see somebody that was spiritual, a psychic or whatever, so now we got Jennifer flipping the script and basically agreeing with Brandy and Brooke that whatever Jackie's doing with the witches and everything else is evil. But she sat down there and she got a whole reading done. She had the lady analyze her mom and her dog. Now all of a sudden, oh, Jackie this, Jackie that, and the black under her armpit is like, girl, you got too much money for your armpit to be looking like Chaco. Okay, Jennifer? So in any event, not DoorDash for Holy State. Yes, yes. So, so what's up with that? I'm just like, so it's the fakeness. Jackie's just happy that she got a crew. And look at the work that Brooke has done to her. This is what Brooke looked like in 2012. And, she got a lot of work done, baby. Brooke got a lot of work done, y'all. Let me see. She got a lot of work done. She got a lot of work done, but she looked good. She looks good. She had the baggy eyes. She had the, fuller nose. Her nose looked like it's been, worked on. Her lips look like they are the same. And so in any event, we get to this situation where, when it comes to Brooke is out here talking about, in 2012, I went to go see a psychic or somebody with Jackie, and I had a demon come and take me and drag me up the street and do this to me. I was like, girl, why are you sitting here lying on TV? Why are you sitting here lying on TV? That story would have been out a long time ago. And you know what I mean? It's just like, girl, like you was out in the streets back then. And so basically what she had was sleep paralysis. And these are the different things that can happen to you when you have sleep paralysis. There are some people that are possessed, and there are some things that do happen to certain people. But when it comes to Brooke, I don't believe her. I believe this is a part of her story where she can use to go against Jackie and basically have a foundation. And she got crazy ass Brandy. Brandy believes everything that her husband says, and she's still with him. So you already know she'll co-sign anything. She's one of these wives that you can just walk all over, baby. Have all types of kids, have all types of relationship, bring all types of diseases home, and she'll be like, okay, baby, okay. God said, don't be no fool. So in any event, there's different things that can cause paralysis, sleep paralysis, and guarantee you that she was probably felt inferior. Guarantee that she was probably, treated not as good as she should have been treated because of the color of her skin. And also trying to be on this show with these women that got money. She didn't have money at that time, okay? And so basically trying to keep her spot, be on this show, then collect money, then keep up the image, then try to buy the name brand and have all these other clothes that the other ladies have and be popular. And then it's very hard for a lot of dark-skinned women or women that are darker, hue to basically to break in when it's easier for other women to break in, because not because of black people doing it, it's because of the people that have the control to produce, to, be on a network, can basically say, I want this looking person. And so she did go through a lot. So, she might have went through a whole lot of stuff going on at that time, basically, because that's when Basketball Wives was like number one, when we wasn't missing an episode of Basketball Wives. So there was a lot going. Today's Basketball Wife compared to then is totally different. So she was probably up shit creek when she was back then. So there could be a lot of different things that can cause sleep paralysis, and she called it a sleep demon. And she said, oh, Jackie did that to me. So now she's blaming Jackie and saying that Jackie brought a sleep demon to her. She's blaming Jackie for her sleep paralysis. Like, come on, like, this girl's doing way too much. Like I can't fashion. There's no fashions. Jennifer's the best dress, but Jennifer and Brooke are the best dressed on this show. So Brandy loves her cheetah. Yes, she does, girl. We need some Tami back. Tami ain't never coming back. It's a cheap fashion look. I love. Yeah, we ain't getting no fashions. There ain't no fashions this season like that. Yep, they're going to be on the show, but I don't know if Tami's gonna be on that show. I hear what you're saying, Trayvon. I did see that. Yeah, she's beef. She's done with Shawnee. But yes, they're going to have, Evelyn, Tamar, some other people. But I don't know if Tami's gonna actually be on the show at the same time. I gotta check that out. How did Jackie get her sleep paralysis? Did it just happen? This is Brooke. Brooke is saying that she went to go see a psychic with Jackie back in 2012. And this is the picture, she's with the Govan sisters. And she's saying that after she had this, encounter that Jackie brought her to, that she ends up having a sleep demon. She's calling it a sleep demon or demon, but it's really sleep paralysis. And there's a lot of things that can cause sleep paralysis as well. Okay. And then on top of that, she said she had a sleep demon, and she was just basically, and then Jennifer was like, yes, I had a sleep demon too. It's sleep paralysis, y'all. Like, come on. And you guys can come back and look at it, but these are the reasons why people have sleep paralysis. They even call it sleep paralysis demons that are, be scary to people, because sometimes you could be watching certain different shows, certain different things could be in your mind, and you can have a flash image, you can be stressed out, you go to sleep, blah blah blah, all this other stuff. So you got that situation. So basically they're trying to make a mole to a mountain, to basically, now Jennifer is saying like, oh my God, I thought Jackie was a Christian. Jackie is Christian, and blah, blah, blah. And then you got Jennifer, let me Instacart some holy oil. Then you got Brooke Bailey basically blaming Jackie for a situation that Jackie has known nothing about. And Jackie should have basically just gave them the heads up, because these girls already was coming for Jackie and Malaysia's neck. You know what I mean? And now they got Jackie by herself, but I'm so glad that Jackie stood up for herself. I'm so glad that Jackie didn't cower down, and she wasn't scared of these sumo wrestlers and things of that nature. She was ready to go, even though Jackie would have probably got beat up, and she would have got mollywopped up and down that goddamn restaurant. But I'm glad that she didn't run away. I'm glad that she didn't say, I'm going to stop filming, or I'm not going to go on any trips like Malaysia did. Like Malaysia, either if they ain't paying you right, I understand, but if they paying you right and these girls are stopping your bag, that's a problem. Okay, and so we got the girls with the holy oil and everything. They coming through with the holy oil. They look good. Jennifer look good, but we seen that happy for Jennifer. Brooke looks good. They look good. They flossing. Now they praying. You got Brooke basically praying that all these girls don't come back with this demon aspect. They don't come back with all this, stuff on them. I do like Brandy's shirt. That shirt's cool. I like that shirt. Okay. But that gel down ponytail tied onto the top with some rubber bands is not it. Okay. But the shirt is lit. So in any event, you got Brooke praying, and she does a horrible job of praying. You can tell that she never really prayed before, because of Chris Sean Rock from Baddies Blueface girlfriend can pray better than her, then and Brooke is like a 2 decades older than the young girl. She don't know how to pray, and she ain't been praying, and she just using God as a crutch for a storyline. And shame, shame, shame on you for that. I don't even know if they're gonna have a reunion. It would be pointless if they did. So, Brooke Bailey, she got the white clear beads in. She wanted to make sure you guys know that she's a little Hollywood and a little hood at the same time. And so, in any event, they're praying, and she was like, God, don't let them women bring them demons from the witches back. I was like, Lord, have mercy. So they had the prayer. So when they get down to dinner, Brooke is basically saying that Jackie lied, Jackie this, Jackie that. Jackie was like, I'm tired of hearing you saying that I'm lying. I'm tired of hearing that. And she also, she confronts, Brandy, and tells Brandy, I don't like the way that you talk to me. I don't like the way that you said to me. Lord have mercy, Miss T. I know. I don't know if they're gonna do one. It all depends. I don't know. Lord. And so, in any event, so now British is sitting next to Jackie. So British at this point, she doesn't jump in, she doesn't say anything, because the last time we seen British, she was fresh out of jail. But the last time before that, she was coming from Malaysia. So at this time and point, she's quiet. She ain't saying nothing because her and Jackie do actually have a real relationship. So she's trying to be quiet, but we're gonna see where British is gonna go. But then Jackie basically calls out Brandy, because Brandy, they all looking at Jackie like, oh, you this person. Like, I can't believe they done put holy oil on. They done splash their stuff with holy water. And Jennifer is just so weak, and Jennifer is so shady for that, because Jennifer was in previous episodes getting a reading about her mother and her dog. Okay. And so in any event, Jackie calls out Brandy like, Brandy, I don't appreciate how you said this about me, how you said I should have listened to Brooke and blah blah blah. And then Brandy was like, well, I'm of God, you don't do this, blah blah blah. She said some dumb shit. You know what I mean? And so Jackie was like, I support each and every one of y'all, all your boring activities, all your, rigid activities, all the dumb shit that I got to do with y'all. Because Jackie said from Jump Street that she wanted to do this, do that. She wanted to have fun, but these girls are so rigid and so boring. And she said, I made a trip. I planned the trip, and y'all coming at me like this. I don't appreciate it. So she calls out Brandy straight up like, yo, I don't like the way that you came. I don't like the way that you acted. I don't like the way that you disrespected the witches. If you don't agree with it, or you have some bias against it, or your religion don't allow you to do it, you don't yell and you don't scream and you don't disrespect people and all this other stuff. Jackie called her out. I was like, go ahead, Jackie, shake what your mama gave you. Go ahead. Jackie cussed her out, and she knows that she was wrong about that, and she's trying to act like, well, you bring me around some witches, but you're supposed to be dignified. You're supposed to be classy. You're supposed to be of God. You're not supposed to be going out here hurting people's feelings, disrespecting others because you don't understand what they do. You're supposed to be humble. You're supposed to be grateful. You're supposed to leave it in God's hand, not cuss out people that you don't know and disrespect them with them edges that look terrible and them baby hairs. Like, oh my God, like, you're supposed to be a hairdresser. This ponytail shit you got going on, this is what you do when you run into 7-Eleven to get you some Cheetos, okay, or some nachos and hot peppers. Lord, they should do a reunion. Yeah, she was doing it on purpose. She was doing way too much, and she was only doing it because she needed a storyline, baby. Please, no reunion. I won't be able to take it. The ladies will have just spent a little bit of time doing what Jackie wanted instead of complaining. I think she would have understood. Yep. Facts. Jackie is a gangster when production is around. She is. Poor thing. Jackie talked about she's going to be the next Holly Berry. Now, that was funny. She really dreaming. Monica, I know. Yeah, because Jackie versus Brooke season 2, she was calm around Brooke. Yes, she was. But the show is on its last leg. You know what I mean? So, but Jackie feels the heat. She feels how they did Malaysia, and now they doing her at this time and point. And Jackie was basically, let me come to Jesus, let me come to God, let me come to this. And then you got Brooke talking about, I never gonna trust you, you lied. And she was like, yeah, because I didn't think you guys were gonna do that. My apology. She didn't already apologize for it. I wouldn't apologize to either none one of y'all, because y'all needed to be here just as much as I needed to be here to get that paycheck and get that clout at the same time. And it would have been beautiful to see you guys stay in that shitty desert hotel with, the wife swapping and all that other craziness going on. That would have been, just hilarious. But you know what? You act like you too good and you too this and you too that for a show that is on its last leg. Y'all could put more into it. Y'all think we want to see y'all fight. We don't want to see Jackie fight any of y'all, because Jackie is an older woman. And Malaysia is basically, we know Malaysia's gonna get jumped if she, unless it's one-on-one and she's at a venue with one lady, then it's cool. But if she has the four views ladies around her, she's gonna get jumped. So that's why she ain't stepping either, because she don't got no backbone. And she could have had backbone if she would have been feeding them sisters. I would have fed them sisters. I would have said, bring your babies up here. Bring your babies up here. I'm gonna put y'all in this, blah blah blah. We gonna do this, and we're gonna be a team, blah blah blah. And the sisters would have went for it. They would have went for it because they want to be on the show, but every other B on the show don't want them on the show. So Jackie and Malaysia lacked in that area, thinking that the rest of these ladies were gonna be cool with them. I would have been cool with the twins on the outside before the show even started. You know what I mean? But in any event, Jackie is basically said, oh, here we go, you calling me a liar. I'm not gonna keep up with this lying shit, and you calling me this and you calling me that. I'm not feeling this. I'm not keeping up with this disrespect. And Brooke said, well, you did lie, you did lie, and this ain't your trip no more. And Jackie said, what you mean this is not my trip? And then Brooke is like, don't you point your finger at me. Jackie said, I put my finger anywhere I want to put my finger, move my finger. This is my finger, I ain't moving it nowhere. What? I was like, Jackie, don't get beat up. And she was like, girl, you better stop. And she did that deep voice. She sounded like Charlie Murphy for a minute when she was talking to Jackie, like, girl, you better move that finger. And basically letting Jackie know, you're about to get this. Ain't nobody scared of you. And we know that Brooke will probably rock Jackie, in my opinion. And she was like, this is why this is my trip. And we trusted you, we ain't gonna trust you no more in this situation. And then, basically Jackie was like, you ain't gonna be punking me. And Brooke was like, you ain't gonna punk me. Brooke is telling Jackie she needs to get on her broomstick. She needs to call her witches if she want to walk up out of this place. She needs to call them witches and get her broom and leave. And so basically she's throwing all types of shot at Jackie about her trip, because she got nothing else to really say, nothing really else to go at Jackie. And Jackie was like, I ain't gonna continue to be this. You ain't gonna punk me. Jackie's feeling like basically she got Brandy coming at her, and she got Brooke coming at her, and they're basically trying to put her in a little box, and a little girl box, and tell her that she did wrong, so therefore she's punished, and you on punishment, and you can apologize all you want, but we ain't gonna forgive you. And Jackie was like, I don't already apologize, so it's over. Then Duffy gets up, she gets Jackie, and was like, let's go. And so when it comes to Brooke, not Brooke, but when it comes to British, she has the napkin over her face. She has her head down. She don't know what to do because she's conflicted. She teamed up with these girls, just like these girls teamed up. Malaysia and Jackie and the other girl should have teamed up. And so Brooke gets up, and Brooke was like, I ain't gonna sit down, because she's standing up. And you can see British right there. British is just like, oh God, I don't want it to happen. Like at this point, she don't want to choose side, and she don't want anybody to think that she's on this side or that side. And at least you got Duffy basically trying to stop the situation, trying to grab Jackie, but she ain't really doing much. Like, she ain't blocking it. But I believe that what's her name? At least Brandy's good for something. She's good at blocking fights, or trying to block fights. And she gets in the middle of it. And Brooke, she stands up, and Brooke is ready to go. Brooke is talking her mess. And Jackie said that you done woke up the monster. I'm here. I ain't taking your shit. I ain't backing down. And so you got Brooke basically yelling back and forth like, yeah, we can do this. And nobody worried about you, Jackie. You done lied. And basically saying all the things to, make Jackie even more upset and calling out Jackie false with the trip. And then you have Brandy that basically gets in the middle. And so now they're trying to blame everything on the witches for this behavior. No, this is called I need a storyline behavior. Okay. That's what that called. And then Jackie throws over the table. She knocks over the table. You woke me up. I'm a beast now. I'm ready for this. I'm ready for it. And she's yelling and she's screaming. I was like, Jackie, do your thing. Do your thing. Stop. At least you ain't running like Malaysia. Then Jackie, she cries. She feels embarrassed. She feels like, I don't even know why that happened. And, now she knows that the girls are her enemies. I don't even know how they not see. How do we see that the rest of the girls was Malaysia and Jackie's enemies and they wanted your spot? I don't know how we seen they didn't see. I don't know. But in any event, she's crying to Malaysia. I don't know if Malaysia's going to show up. So y'all tell me what y'all think. That's it. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated. For real, for real. Let me check out your comments. Yes, it was off the chain. Jackie was gonna get in part 2 with Brooke. I know it was gonna be part 2. That's what I was thinking. The same thing, because they almost got it in like that. I wanted Jackie to ram Brooke for real. I wanted to do it for Jackie, Monica. I did. Brooke is just lashing out because she is in a bad marriage and she's not going to have the IVF that she was going to basically use as a storyline. The husband didn't want to film. He didn't want to be on camera. And she was bragging about having all this going on. And baby, nothing is going on. I don't care for British or Brooke. Monica Hopper, Malaysia better call her best friend from, Bambi has been like, Bambi, if she's not pregnant again, I don't think she's pregnant. Oh, Lord. But Bambi said that she was willing and able and she was ready to come through for Malaysia. She definitely needs Malaysia. Brooke husband embarrassed her on national TV. He didn't want a baby with her yet. After they've been married, he didn't want a baby from Jump Street because he wasn't gonna let her use that to collect money from him. So she's gonna have to go back to the Cotton Candy Club. Finally, Brandy is useful. Big body block. I know, Miss T. Big body block. Oh, they so sickening. And the way that they use God is so bad. They use, most black people, don't believe in any of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? The newer generation of black people believe, and a little, they start with the stage, they start with they're working their way to basically just trying to manifest things. Even what's that, TD Jakes is talking about manifesting things, and when he's talking about manifesting things, he's almost using the same script that the spirituality people use. Okay, his sermons done changed, but in any event, they use that to basically try to demonize Jackie. Jackie was searching a role. And if you believe in God and you a God-fearing child of God, you ain't afraid of no witches. Pamela, stay where she's at in a house She cannot afford. Oh well, I think she's. I hope that house that she got she could afford, because we saw her buy a house or rent a house. Hopefully that house she can afford, because that house didn't have the closets that she wanted. Because she left Atlanta. Yes, that's all day, all day. Oh, and let me give you the update on Angel Bricks. When it comes to Angel Bricks, okay, so why the ladies are not, bullying her like they used to bully her and pick on her is because of her baby's father. So I end up finding out some information on, you know, um, her baby daddy. And when it comes to Rockstar, Rockstar is very respected in each and every hood in LA, and even in the hills, the mountains, the deserts, and billions and millions of property out there, until, property that only costs nothing. He's very respected, and he has way more money than Angel. So Angel lucked up. She actually got her a real baller. When I say a baller, so we went through his records. Oh my God. Rockstar is balling, beyond balling, and he's respected by everybody. And this is why when it comes to Duffy, she didn't want to beef with Rockstar, and she was like, I didn't want to fight nobody's boyfriend and all this other stuff. And the reason why Jackie told Rockstar what was going on, because Rockstar is very well respected all over California, New York, everywhere. Like, he's in Detroit, Denver, like he's respected, like people. And then he's not only respected by people that of color, white people, Asian people, but he's respected by these billion-dollar businesses, because he's able to go in there and get these contracts done and get his back end and his front end. He's like Damon Dash when it comes to, writing music for these artists and making sure that he get paid. So Angel, she kind of got a winner, even though it don't seem like it. But Rockstar is the man in the streets. The gangs be like, that's the dude. Not that he put in work, but I guess whatever work he put in, that I found out about him. Scared of the fake witches. I know, that was for TV and for show. You could have good and bad. Good and bad is in everything. Yep, that's what they were saying, that she broke up with Jamal. They were saying Malaysia was dating Jamal. That, Jacob. What's up, Jacob? Yeah, she broke. That's what I didn't even know she was dating Jamal Bryant. Like, damn, like, I wouldn't want that used up penis either. Randy and Jamal, they can keep theirs. Only thing you can do is blow air on me, baby. I know. When Jackie tells Brooke, I don't want to see you again, she's like, what? Brandy's like, Jackie, she is in charge. Too funny, girl. It's 2.5 million. That's not what I seen when I looked up Rockstar, because he wrote songs for like Beyonce, Mary J. Blige, Chris Brown new album. He wrote songs for the lady that don't like dog fur. I don't know her name anymore. Her dog had got kidnapped. Things of that nature. But that's what they're saying about Rockstar, that he's very heavily respected. And the streets is scared of Rockstar. I don't know. This is what I found out. And these are gang members or gang affiliated people talking about Rockstar in his circle, and people are afraid of Rockstar. I don't see it, but this is what they're saying. That he is heavily respected and they don't try him at all. Let's see Rockstar songs. What songs that Rockstar write? Songs. But Rockstar is disrespectful to black women, so I don't give a fuck about him like that. Disrespectful as hell. Disrespectful to the twins, cussing them out. Okay, so he wrote for Post Malone, Playboy Cardi, who else? And you know, Post Malone is like people's new prince. Juice World, The Baby, A Big Great World. He wrote Kane Brown. I don't know who that is. Rihanna. He wrote for her. Who else? He wrote for the Nerds. 21 Savage, Joey Badass. I wrote for a lot of people in different genres. He wrote for The Weeknd. Let me see. Let me check this out. But in any event, I gotta show you guys this. Let me go over here. The reason why I'm kind of late with my review is because the shit was boring. That's number one. The number two is I gotta put mute on this because I can't play. Okay, so this is the pastor. This is the pastor that got robbed from the Bronx. I don't know where he's from. From the Bronx Bishop or whatever. He got robbed, right? For $400,000. You guys seen, the videos and things of that nature talking about this pastor. This pastor recently got into it with the other dude that's on YouTube. I can't think of his name right now. So this is the pastor running around. He got robbed for $400,000. And this is him running around his neighborhood with the jury on, the top down, so they seen food. He wasn't paying for protection. And so 50 Cent is laughing and basically posted this video of the past of the bishop that got robbed. Tony Yayo's in the comments. So it's not funny that he got robbed because that's crazy. He could have lost his life, his wife, his daughters, his kids. They were there at the church when he got robbed, but he's out here flossing like this. You're not supposed to floss like this when you're a pastor, baby. You're not supposed to floss like this in 2022, okay? You see all these, people running up. It's crazy. So this is the pastor. 50 Cent's basically, taking a shot at him. Like, you're not supposed to be riding around like this. And let me show you guys this. Okay, where is it? It's so many things are so sensitive. Let me see. Oh, there's a whole lot going on. Okay, so do you guys see this situation? Is my thing open? So Fatum stole Juice's purse, took it into Sheree's room on the Blue Ridge trip, and was trying to look through it. Production stopped her, so then she was no longer allowed to film. Yeah, that's a violation. If someone or like steals my purse, they're going to be a melee. So she's out here stealing pocketbooks, girl. She's out here stealing pocketbooks. Like she's obsessed with Drew. Like, girl, get it together and get off of whatever you want. You were on that peanut. Get off that peanut, girl. That peanut's not good for you. That peanut and olive oil is not good for you, baby girl. So, we call her crazy. She hired a private eye and everything. And she only knows Sheree since 2019. So it's a very new friendship. So she's using, and Sheree's using at the same time to come up with a storyline, to come up with something that will pop. So in any event, yeah, so Fatum is, a crazy. When we said that she's crazy, ignorant, and, on the peanut and the olive oil, that's her. And Tami Roman's in the comments. So Fatum stole Drew's purse and took it. Tami Roman, unfortunately, this has been done. I apologize back then, but a new storyline is needed today. So you got Tami Roman being shady, like I done already did this. This is what I'm saying. They keep repeating history. So what episode was it? What was that? Oh, I was watching Married to Medicine, the last episode, which was episode 2, and Jackie and her husband was basically saying about what Anila is doing is something old that already happened and they're making it new. So Tammy's taking shots too as well, basically saying you guys need to be original in this situation. So so yeah, there's a lot going on. And then like this video is crazy. So they're cussing and swearing and they're saying a whole lot of things. So this is, what's his name? Let me see if they show his name. Larry Reed. I couldn't think of Larry Reed's name. So Larry Reed and the pastor that got robbed for $400,000. They've been going ham. Let me see if he's gonna start crazy.
No, I didn't say that.
You did say it. You said it. You said it. You said it. You did say it. You did say it. You just say I say whatever you want to say. Don't make it. You quoted that you took nuts in your mouth. That's what you quoted.
Lord. The part that I didn't even want to be heard was heard.
And let me tell you. I purchased a church. I own a church. I own a whole block, and that's a temporary church right now. I own the whole block. Okay, so at the end of the day, you guys are coming at me, and after what my church just went through, and y'all sitting here laughing and making a mockery of it, and you want to talk about hold on, you want to sit here and talk about cloudy diamonds? Nobody talking about your diamonds, brother. If you feel that your diamonds is better than mine, so be it. So be it. Okay, no problem. Then you wanted to talk to me about our discussion about.
You don't have to be angry.
I'm not angry. I'm not angry at all. But at the end of the day, when I'm looking, my team sends me your live, Larry. I never disrespected you, brother. I treated you with nothing but respect and integrity. So from where this is coming from, I don't know. So please inform me.
Number one, it's opinion. You're viral.
Okay, and let me tell you. I purchased a church. I own a church. I own a whole block, and that's a temporary church right now. I own the whole block. Okay, so at the end of the day, you guys are coming at me, and after what my church just went through, and y'all sitting here laughing and making a mockery of it, and you want to talk about hold on. You want to sit here and talk about cloudy diamonds? Nobody talking about your diamonds, brother. If you feel that your diamonds is better than mine, so be it. So be it. Oh.
My job is to talk about what is viral. I did you a favor.
No, I don't need no favors from you, Larry. But my question to you is, Larry, excuse me? Ma'am, I don't even know you, ma'am. All right, so you can just stay out of this one. I don't even know you. All right, I don't even know you. You're trying to include yourself into this. You need to go and get some weight loss if you want to get served. Yes, sir. If you want to sit and laugh about what happened in my church when we got armed robbed, you're fat. That's what you are. You're a fat slob. I don't know you. All right.
Oh God, I can't. So I don't know. So yeah, it's been a. Let me just take this off. I can't. You gotta have protection. Yes, you gotta have protection. Looks like a drug dealer. You know, I showed the video to and my my man. He was like, "Yo, he looks like a club promoter. He looks like he should be on a track." That pastor is straight up thug. He just got out of jail. Let me see. So, do you guys want to finish it? Yes, that's what Marlo is saying now after she done got robbed. Oh, she didn't get robbed. Her door just got kicked in. Tum does the most. She does the most, girl. I mean, like, for what reason? Okay, let me take this lady off. Take Jackie. Poor Jackie. She's seeing the season just run away from her. She's seeing the show. She's trying to keep the show on TV, and by planning these type of things. This is so sad. Two pastors arguing instead of using their I mean, like the dude said that, you know, Reed reenacted him getting robbed. Like, that's messed up if he actually did that. So, body shaming on 100. He's from Brooklyn. That's why 50 posted, like, you can't be in Brooklyn riding around like that unless you protect it. His glasses. Oh, Norris. I feel you right there. Dames, beans. So yeah, it's a whole lot going on in that situation. Let me see. They was going at it.
But Larry, you're okay. And let me tell you, I purchased a church. I own a church. I own a whole block, and that's a temporary church right now. I own the whole block. Okay. So at the end of the day, you guys are coming at me, and after what my church just went through, and y'all sitting here laughing and making a mockery of it, and you want to talk about hold on. You want to sit and talk about cloudy diamonds? Nobody talking about your diamonds, brother. If you feel that your diamonds is
my job is to talk about what is viral. I did you a favor.
No, I don't need no favors from you, Larry. But my question to you is, Larry, excuse me, ma'am. I don't even know you, ma'am. All right,
you
can just stay out. Let's go there, Biggie.
You're a liar.
I'm a liar. Let's go. How am I lying, Biggie? Biggie big, not Biggie small, but you're Biggie big.
You are quote unquote.
All right.
Bishop in the Lord's church.
That's right.
You have seen my face on your timeline before, and if you say you have to do a liar.
I don't know you. I don't know you. I don't know you. I do not know you. I do not know you. But at the end of the day, when you come here and try to talk about me, and I don't know you at all. And at the end of the day, when I come on and I'm listening and I'm sitting you laughing at me, you laughing at me. I don't even know you. And then Larry, you want to talk about, hold on. And Larry, you want to sit here and talk about, hold on. Larry, and you want to sit here and talk about that I spoke about homosexuality. Hold on, ma'am. Hold on. No, don't talk about women now. Don't talk about women because y'all laugh when Larry said about the joy in my daughter's face, y'all laugh. That's what you did. Y'all laugh. That's what you did. And you want to say it about if that's really true. That's what you said, Larry, and y'all laughed. And what you did was you laid on your carpet you laid on your carpet and pretended to be me. You're disrespectful, okay? You're disrespectful. And at the end of the day, Larry, at the end of the day, Larry, at the end of the day, I respected you. And you want to talk about the LGBT community? Because at the end of the day, y'all sitting here laughing at something that 4 gunmen could have took my family life, and y'all sitting here making a mockery of it, all right?
We are not.
This big blitz right here want to sit here and talk about women, all right? And you want to sit here and validate homosexuality because you just admitted that you said what I want to say.
To you.
Yes, you was. Yes, you was. Yes, you was. Yeah, you was. Yeah, you was disrespectful. Yeah, you was disrespectful. But you got the right one, brother.
You cannot say jokes. You cannot say
jokes. You don't joke when they make my family lie down. All right? You don't joke. You don't joke. Ain't nobody put a gun to my daughter's face. You don't joke. You don't joke. You don't joke. You crossed the line. You crossed the line.
Okay.
You crossed the line.
Okay.
That's what you did. You crossed the line. You crossed the line. All right?
Okay.
They put that gun in my baby's face. You
We
crazy.
talked about that. We talked about that.
No, and you don't.
Yo, did Larry really reenact that guy getting robbed? Like, that's crazy. I know. I know. It's crazy. It's crazy, y'all. Jamal vibes. He said Jamal vibes. Like looking like Flavor Flav. Lord have mercy. So in any event, that's the situation. Thank you guys for coming through. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Y'all have a blessed week, a safe week. I shall see you tomorrow for 2 videos. One channel and the other channel. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel that is in the description box so you can check out, the other reality TV shows that I'll, especially when it comes to Bad Girls Club, like Lord have mercy. And P Valley, I did watch it. I want to talk about it, but P Valley is just crazy. Tomorrow. I was gonna do it today, but an emergency came up with some people that needed assistance, and I took like my day after I got off of work because I already watched Married to Medicine, but it just let me just do Basketbal Wives and keep it moving. So an emergency happened, and I had to jump into action and help people out that I usually do. And that took a lot of my time. That took like maybe 3 hours of my time once I got off of work. So we'll definitely see you tomorrow. We'll definitely talk about it. I'm gonna definitely put the times up so you can see when I'm gonna go live on both channels and talk about whatever these reality TV shows. Put it up there so you'll know. Blase ain't the third, but I really do want to talk about Love and Marriage DC. That reunion was crazy. So I don't know if I'm gonna go live for that or just do a small video for that or whatever the case may be. But I would definitely see you guys tomorrow. I definitely appreciate your support. I definitely appreciate everyone that got a membership to the channel and keep coming and keep supporting and never gave up and never wavered. I appreciate each and every one of y'all from the bottom of my heart, for real, for real. And I appreciate all the donations that I do receive. And thank you guys so much. And I do appreciate you guys just showing up in the chat room and also just typing, putting comments and liking the video. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for doing that. And so don't think that I take it, for granted. Thank you. Much love to each and every one of y'all. Good night. Yes, he did. Yes, he did, Norris. He acted a fool. you don't advertise your money out there like that. You don't do that. And you guys, please go check out Norris Tony YouTube channel. Thank you, Debbie Lowe. It's good to see you. Thank you guys so much for coming through, and thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it, and I don't take it for granted. And I just thank y'all for real, for real. I just I'm just happy that I can conversate with you guys, see what you say in the comments, whether you knew, whether you've been here, and just how you guys interact with me. It's just a beautiful feeling, and I love it. And I love you guys. Thank you. And you guys have a blessed night. God be with you, baby.